Right, apologies for that technical hitch. It seems that everybody is back on board at the moment. So out in front we have Zante Nachel from Hearties in lane 3. We have Kyra van Heerden, apologies, lane 5 from Clifton. So it's Kyra and Kendra Begley, as well as Mara Vadua from Summerstrand. Right, so we have got Kyra van Heerden from Clifton, as well as Mara Vadua from Summerstrand, but it looks like Kyra has taken that third obstacle there on the third length. Kyra, of course, one of our national athletes. Great underwaters on the turns there. So it is Kyra and Myra. Kyra from Clifton, Myra from Summerstrand. And they're sprinting now for the finish. Kyra van Heerden, also a very, very good swimmer. There you see some great underwaters, how the athletes use that whip kick. And Kyra takes that easily in a 2:15. Well done. Right, we're having the B final for the women 19 and over, 200-meter obstacle. We've got two ladies here in lane 4. We've got Rebecca Harcombe, and in lane 5, Georgia Stone from Summerstrand. So we've got the two Summerstrand athletes. We've got Georgia in lane 5, Rebecca in lane 4. This is the B final for the women's 200-meter obstacle. Right, out in front at the moment is lane 5, so that's Georgia. Both girls from Summerstrand. Using the bottom to push off. It's the shallow end of the pool, so they're able to use the bottom to get a nice push off to help them get maximum distance. Right, they turned in a 38.0. Looks like Georgia had a really good tumble turn there, used some good underwaters to try and catch up to her teammate, Rebecca in lane 4. So it's a real ding-dong battle here between the two Summerstrand swimmers. They're both under together. We've got Georgia using the whips, the whip kick, and Rebecca was using the breaststroke under the water. Right, so Georgia slightly in front, out in a 41 for that second length. She goes under. You can see those nice whip kicks from Georgia. She gets into a really good position there. So there's really nothing separating these two swimmers from Summerstrand as they approach the second obstacle on the third length. They're down together. let's see who's going to turn first there. Looks like the leaders changed a little bit. Lane 5, we still got Georgia Stone. She was there in a 42. Rebecca not letting her get away from her. There, Georgia's up first. And now she's putting on the gas. You can see the legs coming in. Nice long strokes. She approaches the last obstacle of the 4th length. Okay, Georgia with the nice streamlined whip kicks, but the winner for this race is going to be Rebecca Harkham from Summer Strand in an unofficial time of a 2:42.46. Well done, Rebecca. Right, we've got the women's 19 and over A final. In lane 1, we've got Nicola Herbst from Summer Strand. In lane 2, Kendra Dutoy from Mandeville. Lane 3, Warris Mills from Fishhook. Lane 4, Yvonne Pren from Germany. In lane 5, Nicola Harkus, Fishhook. Lane 6, Ashley Hemmens from Rocks. Lane 7, Jana Kron from Germany. Lane 8, Louisa Walterman from Germany. So we've got some good German contenders in this race. This is the final of the ladies 19 and open, 200 meters obstacle. Good start there. You can see the nice underwaters. We're getting some great visuals of the underwaters there. A lot of streamlining, a lot of the athletes using the whip kicks to go under. It looks like Sasha Lee Hemmens out in front from Rocks. Next to her, we've got Nicola Harkus from Fishhook. But out in front, it's going to be lane 4 and lane 2. That's Kendra Dutoy and Yvonne Pren. Kendra from Mandeville Dolphins, Yvonne from Germany. They were out in a 31.7. It's a really nice time from them. Alright, so we've got Warris now from Fishhook coming in, as well as Sasha Lee Hemmens. They're using the bottom of the floor. A lot of them will just use the flutter kick. But we've got Yvonne Prenz in a 33 from Germany out in front at the moment. You'll see that the Germans tend to go down quite a way before anyone else to get down, and Yvonne was also using the bottom of the pool. So the pools in Germany and overseas are generally a lot deeper than what they are now. So for her to get down to that depth and use the floor to push off is not too much of a problem. She's going to take this in a 34.56. And you can see she's really powering back now, getting those legs in, getting that kick in. Got Sasha Lee Hemmings from Rocks putting in a good show there. It's going to be a really ding-dong battle between Sasha, Nicole, Yvonne from Germany out in front though. But who is this going to be? We've got Kendra Dutoy also coming in here in the last length. Down first. Right, so we've got Yvonne Pren in a 2:13 from Germany. Oh, in second place it is going to be Nicola Harkus from Fishhook. And in third place, Sasha Lee Hemmens from Rocks. Some great racing there from the German girl. Of course, the Germans have come out to South Africa. They've been here for a week already doing a training camp and are scoping everything in preparation for Worlds at this beautiful pool, which will be held at the end of November, beginning December of this year. All right, we're moving on to the boys. Right, this is the 14-year-old boys A final. Lane 1, Zach Simpson from Clifton. Lane 2, Miguel Rhiannon van der Merwe from Harties. Lane 3, Pranyat Nangendra Kumar from Big Bay. Lane 4, Jaden Allett, Clifton. Lane 5, Christian van Heerden, Clifton. Lane 6, Callan Crompton, Big Bay. Lane 7, Nathan Ordeer, Sunnies. And then in lane 8, Idris Khamildian from Fishhook. Out in front, Zach Sampson there in lane 1 had a really good start. And see those beautiful underwaters there, getting that whip kicks in that streamlined position. This is out in front, I think Nathan Nordier, sorry, from Summerstrand out in the front at the moment. Let's see who comes through. Got the Clifton boys. That is lane 4, Jaden Allett. Turning, I think it was about a 29. That's Jaden there going underwater. Beautiful, beautiful underwaters there, streamlining. Right, so leading at the moment is Jaden Allett from the very talented Allett family. Turns in a 1:05.86. Second place, lane 5, Christian van Heerden, also from Clifton. And then we've also got Pranyat from Big Bay. Right, so Jaden really putting on the gas in this third length. You can see his kick there. He's not leaving anything behind on this third length, which is usually the most difficult length of a 200. But Jaden really coming up strong there. Let's just have a look and see what his third 50 time is. Yeah, 35.0. That's really good for him. Okay, and then lane 5, we've got Christian van Heerden, also from Clifton. So the two Clifton boys out in front, 1 and 2. Followed very closely by Pranyat from Big Bay. But out in front at the moment is Jaden Allett from Clifton. And he's going to sprint the last 12.5 meters. Really, really good sprinting there. Let's see what his final time is. 2:14.78. It's a good time. All right, let's just see who gets this. Oh, this is going to be a close call. It looked like Miguel from Harties actually came in ahead of Christian from Clifton. But we'll have a look and see what the final results are. Right, we've got the B final coming up now. 15 to 16 boys, 200 meters obstacle. In lane 1, we've got AJ Brits from Mandela Dolphins. Lane 2, Ron Faber, Harties. Lane 3, Ben Brinkman from Germany. Lane 4, Jan Lucas van der Westhuizen, Big Bay. Lane 5, Daniel Moyenen from Durban Surf. Lane 6, Callan McIntyre, Mandela Dolphins. Lane 7, Troy Biddulph from Kings Beach. And in lane 8, Evan Neft from Fishhook. We're going to have Jan Lucas from Big Bay in lane 4, so there's no swimmer in lane 4. Alright, let's have a look. Out in front at the moment, we've got Callan McIntyre. He took it out fast this morning in the heats. Right next to him, he's got Troy Biddulph from Kings Beach. It's going to be Callan first, 31.42. It's a ding-dong battle now between Callan and Troy, Mandela Dolphins and Kings Beach. Callan just slightly out in front at the moment, ahead of Troy from Kings Beach. So it's Mandela Dolphins and Kings Beach. It's Kings Beach just taking it there. It's Troy Biddulph. Let's have a look and see what Troy does here. It's out in a 34.96. Callan losing a little bit of time on that turn. But we still have Callan from Mandela Dolphins and Troy Biddulph from Kings Beach still out there. In lane 3, we've got Ben Brinkman from Germany. He's also come up now very nicely. And out in front, we've still got Troy Biddulph from Kings Beach. That is a 37.72 for Troy on that third length. Troy up first. He's really bringing the kick in now as he tries to speed up. Next to him, we've got Ben Brinkman from Germany, also making a dash here for the last 12.5. Both boys under the water now. But it looks like it is going to be in a 2:21. We have got from Kings Beach, Troy Biddulph. Well done. Right, we are moving on to the boys 15 to 16 A finals. In lane 1, Leon Dipper from Summerstrand. Lane 2, Sok Matsu from Japan. Lane 3, Jack Allett from Clifton. Lane 4, Nicholas Pretorius, Kings Beach. Lane 5, Johan Norman, Kings Beach. Lane 6, Luca Basson, Clifton. Lane 7, Craig McClamet from Germany. And in lane 8, Nicholas Taylor. We've got some of our Japanese and German competitors. Nicholas Pretorius in lane 4 had the fastest time going into this final. He went at 2:04 dead this morning, so we're expecting that he will do something here. So it looks like Nicholas Pretorius from Kings Beach out in a 27.86, followed very closely by Jack Allett from Clifton. Right, still out in front, we've got Nicholas Pretorius, Johan Norman in lane 5 from Kings Beach, Jack Allett in lane 3 from Clifton. But it's the two Kings Beach boys at the moment. That's Nicholas Pretorius in 4, Johan Norman from Kings Beach in 5. Lane 4 is going to touch here in a 30.7. Went out in a 58.61. That's a really good 100 split for this 200. Look at his amazing underwaters. He really got a really good flutter kick going under. Got that nice loping stroke. Gets a lot of distance per stroke. That's Nicholas Pretorius still out in front, just gone under, gets up. That's lane 4, right out in front. Let's have a look what his 50 time is going to be. 32.25, followed by lane 5, which is Johan Moorman, also from Kings Beach. And then we have Jack Allett from Clifton, as well as So Komatsu from Japan. We'll see who gets the bronze medal there, but it looks like the clear winner for this event is going to be lane 4, Nicholas Pretorius, in a time, unofficial time of a 2:01. That is really, really good. Followed by Johan Moorman, So Komatsu from Japan, and in 4th place we have Jack Allett. Those are really good times for these 15-year-old boys. Right, we're now going to see the B final of the boys 17 to 18-year-olds. We've just got one swimmer in this event, and that is Shento Reed from Kings Beach. Right, so Shento off, unfortunately swimming on his own there. He went at 2:45.03 for this morning's heats. Let's just see what he can do here. Right, for those of you that have just tuned in, you are viewing the 2026 DHL South African Lifesaving Pool Championships. We're in the afternoon session. Shento out in a 35.69, and these are all our finals, the medal finals for today's events. So if you're wondering why Shento is on his own here, in that age group 17 to 18, we already have a full heat of 8 in the A final. And so there were only 2 that made it into the B final. Unfortunately, Leo Stone from Summerstrand withdrew, and so Shento Reed is swimming on his own here. Turning in a 42.33. You can see those nice whips there. Shento Reed is on his 3rd length of the 200-meter obstacle for men.
What sort of time are we looking at for our relay? Any idea? I just said your PDs will reflect you.
Right, so Shento on his way home, the last length of the men's 200 obstacle. It's a really hard thing to swim on your own. The crowd is getting behind him here at the pool. Well done, young man. It's in a 2:44. That's an unofficial time. If that's a 2:44, he brought his time down 1 second. So good time for him. Right, we're now moving on to the finals of the 17 to 18-year-olds. A final. for the men's 200-meter obstacle. In lane 1, we have Risi Takada from Japan. Lane 2, Matthew Booker, Clifton. Lane 3, Troy McWilliam, Clifton. Lane 4, Fabian Herman from Germany. Lane 5, Bryce Minderin from Kings Beach. Lane 6, Vaclav Horak from Woodridge. Lane 7, Wade Bjerkes, Fishhook. And in lane 8, Grant Neft from Fishhook. Who we're going to watch here. The fastest time this morning was lane 4, Fabian from Germany. And then we've got Troy in lane 3. He went in at a 2:13. And then we've also got Bryce Minderin from Kings Beach on a 2:12. So those middle lanes are where our attention is going to be. It's great to have our Japanese and German competitors joining us for these national championships. And they are off the 17 to 18-year-old A final. There's some amazing underwaters there in the underwater camera. Right, so out in front we've got Fabian from Germany. We've also got Bryce Minderin from Kings Beach. In lane 5. It's going to be Bryce turning first. He turns in a 28.40, followed by Fabian from Germany. And then we also have Matthew Brooker in lane 2 from Clifton. Right, at the moment, it is Bryce Minderin from Kings Beach out in front. We also have Vaclav Horak in lane 6 from Woodridge. But Bryce is under there. He's going to turn first here. He's just putting the gas on a little bit there. Let's have a look. Turning in a 59.0. That's 50 was a 30.92 for Bryce. Bryce, of course, one of our national team athletes. He's really working that 200, third length of this 200 meters. He's really got a good pull through. Uses the bottom of the pool to push off so he can maximize the distance, which he comes up on. Turning in a 32.86. That's Bryce Minderin from Kings Beach out in front. We also have Matthew Brooker in lane 2 from Clifton. He's coming through as well now. Yes, here comes Matthew. Matthew in lane 2 from Clifton. We've got Bryce out there in front. Really good underwaters from Bryce. And then sprinting that last 12.5. Coming in with a 2:05.57 unofficial time. Nothing separating the two Clifton boys of Matthew Booker and Troy McWilliam. And then also our competitor from Germany, Fabian Herman. Right, we're getting ready for the B final of the men 17 to 18. The men 19 and over. We have got 3 competitors. Noor Lombard from Clifton, great beach specialist. We have Len Douglas McKay, a former national team member. And then Daniel Miller from Clifton in lane 4. The two Clifton boys sandwiching in Len Douglas from Kings Beach. I would expect that Len Douglas would win this, but you never know. Len is out in front. Got Noor and Daniel, two Clifton boys on either side of him. So it is Len Douglas and Daniel Miller, all three of them turning in a 32.51. Daniel Miller out in front at the moment, just slightly from Len Douglas and Noor Lombard. Daniel Miller just edging out a little bit. Len Douglas at the moment. Daniel from Clifton. And he goes under. Both using the bottom of the pool to get off and push off and get as much distance as they possibly can. So Daniel turned in a 34.83. And there's some great visuals here, using that breaststroke pull and the bottom of the pool in order to push off. Right, so out in front at the moment we've got Daniel Miller from Clifton, followed by Len Douglas, Kings Beach, and then Noor Lombard, one of our surf specialists, doing really nicely in the pool. But out in front in a time of 36.17 for Daniel Miller on that third length. And he's now just starting to bring it home. Right, so we've got Daniel Miller from Clifton out in front. He's approaching the last obstacle. Goes down, uses the bottom to push off, and then will sprint the next 12.5 to come into the wall. And he takes an easy win there of a 2:19.81. Again, unofficial times. In second place we have Len Douglas Mackay and Noor Lombard from Fishhook. Right, the final of the men's 19 and over 200-meter obstacle. We've got some amazing swimmers in here. Lane 1, Aidan Mills, Tux. Lane 2, Damien Angel, Summies. Lane 3, Connor Bagley, Kings Beach. Lane 4, Hayden Hemmings from Rocks. Lane 5, Aidan Borman from Tux. Lane 7, Clemens Volkov from Germany. Lane 8, Kian Blanche from Clifton. And in lane 9, Lucas van Eyser from Germany. Expecting some fast times here as well. Right, so we're going to watch Hayden Hemmings, who had the fastest time this morning in a 2:02. Aidan Borman from this morning a 2:07. And I'm expecting Aidan, Connor Bagley, Hayden to all be out there. Let's just have a look and see who's out there in front. So we've got Aidan and Hayden. Let's just have a look what their splits are. Aidan was slightly ahead, 27.40. Hayden had a really good underwater from his tumble turn there. That's right. Now we've got Aidan Borman from Tux ahead of Hayden Hemmings from Rocks. Two of them down together, really good underwaters. You can see that streamlining, using that whip. Hayden is just here in front. Let's see, they turn together in a 30.71, so that 100 split was a 58.11. It's a nice split for them. Right, Hayden slightly ahead of Aidan at the moment. Right, the two are neck and neck. See who goes out. They both go under together. This is going to be a very tight finish. Both of them using the bottom of the pool to jump off and get maximum distance. Aidan got there first in a 31.57. And we're going to see them really push this last length. Bringing in his kick. He's got an excellent kick as Aidan Borman. But we've got Hayden Hemmons catching up to him and really pushing Aidan here. Both of them under the water. Let's see who's going to win this. Oh, it looks like Hayden is just going to outtouch Aidan in a time of 2 minutes. 2:47. Aidan time, I think, was around about a 2:01. And in third place, we have Connor Bagley from Kings Beach. It was exciting racing there. So, just to confirm, that was Hayden Hemmings from Rocks that won that, ahead of Aidan Borman from Tuks. Right, the next event is going to be the 4x50 obstacle relay. In the first heat, we have got Clifton, made up of Kayla Abbott, Ellen Hodgkinson, Hannah Burke, and Amber Rose Berry. And next to them in lane 4, we've got Kings Beach, Carly Vincenzi, Isabel Kuhn, Caden O'Connor, and Chloe Joel. Right, we're just having some technical issues with the touchpads. As soon as that has been sorted, we will then be on our way. Right, so the girls 14 to 18, 4x50 obstacle relay. In lane 3 we have Clifton, and in lane 4 we have got Kings Beach. Right, so Kayla Abbott and Carly Vincenzi are the two swimmers out in front at the moment. Kayla Abbott from Kings Beach, one of the many Abbott siblings that take part in lifesaving and do really well. Let's just have a look and see what Kayla goes here. Right, so Clifton out in a 36.72. Kings Beach catching up on the second length to Clifton. The second length for Clifton, I'll tell you what the splits are in a minute. They are out in a 32, followed very closely by Kings Beach. You see some, whoa, great underwaters. She slightly misjudged where that obstacle was. Cost her a little bit. It allowed the Kings Beach team just to catch up a fraction of a second. Kings Beach ahead, followed by Clifton. Alright, so Kings Beach 37.25, and let's have a look and see what happens now. I think this is Amber Rose Berry from Clifton for this last length. Yeah. She's now taking over from Clary Jewel from Kings Beach. This is some great swimming here from the final leg swimmer from Clifton. Well done. Yeah, that's Amber Rose. Amber Rose, of course, came with us to Commonwealth, to Orange Cup last year. So she's had some international experience. Well done. Right, in the next heat, we have got Clifton in lane 1. In lane 2, Summerstrand. Lane 3, Mandeville Dolphins. Lane 4, Big Bay. Lane 5, Hearties. Lane 6, Fishhook. Lane 7, Kings Beach. And lane 8, Clifton. Right, so we've got the second heat of the girls 14 to 18, 4x50 obstacle relay. Lane 1, Clifton. 2, Summerstrand. 3, Mandeville Dolphins. 4, Big Bay. 5, Hearties. 6, Fishhook. 7, Kings Beach. And 8, Clifton. Right, there's not a lot in this between all of these teams. But it is lane 2, that's Summerstrand. Let's have a look at their 50 timers, 30.14. That's a really good time for that first 50. So Summerstrand out in front at the moment. And out on the outside in lane 7, we've got Kings Beach. I think that is Kendra Begley out in front at the moment. So Kings Beach have taken the lead there. It's now Kings Beach, Summerstrand and Clifton. Looks like Summerstrand is going to keep that Clifton. That was about a 31 from those girls in that second length there. So out in front, it's a ding-dong battle between Summerstrand, Clifton and Kings Beach out there in lane 7. So let's have a look to see who goes out first. Kings Beach, then Clifton and Summerstrand. Let's have a look to see who touches first here. I think that's going to be Kings Beach. Yes, Summerstrand and Clifton in a ding-dong battle there. Right, so we have Summerstrand, Kings Beach out in front at the moment. That's Kings Beach, but here in lane 1 and 2, we've got Summerstrand and Clifton. Summerstrand and Clifton. Let's have a look. I think it's going to be Summerstrand that goes under the obstacles first. Yes, Summerstrand and Kings Beach. Who is it going to be? Yes, Summerstrand, Kings Beach, Clifton. Some great swimming from the Summerstrand team there. Congratulations.
Record, South African record, and then after that, doing it again. Please, you need to take us through this. Hey, heck of a performance.
Thank you very much. I was very excited this morning because I just came off of junior national swimming for the past 5 days. So I was very ready for the 200 obstacle. I was psyched when I saw I was seeded first and I broke the SA record this morning. So this evening I just wanted to improve my time, and I definitely did. It was a very exciting race, and yes, thank you.
Well done, young man. Your coach from Kings Beach certainly have big smiles, and from a South African perspective, now we're watching you. Well done, eh?
Thank you very much. Thank you.
Right, so that concludes the women's 4x50 obstacle pool relay. And now we move on to the men. Right, we're going to start with the men's 14 to 18 4x50 obstacle relay. In the first heat, we have in lane 2 lane 2 we've got Kings Beach, yeah. Lane 3, Summerstrand. Lane 4, Kings Beach. Lane 5, Clifton. Lane 6, Kings Beach. Lane 7, Clifton. A lot of teams from Clifton and Kings Beach in this heat. Right, so we're just waiting for the starters orders for the boys 14 to 18 4x50 obstacle relay. Lane 2, Kings Beach. 3, Summerstrand. 4, Kings Beach. 5, Clifton. 6, Kings Beach. 7, Clifton. Right, let's have a look and see. Very good whips. Some of them still using the bottom to push off. Right, out in front at the moment is Kings Beach. That is lane 4. I think that is Johan Moorman. And of course one of our national athletes. Have a look what he's coming in with, 25.59. It's a really quick time for a 50 obstacle. I think he's handed over to Troy Biddulph. Did really earlier in the individual event. There goes Troy, nice and streamlined under the obstacle, gets that head up. Let's just have a look what their time is for that. 27.11. Handed over to Nicholas Pretorius. This is a really fast team that Kings Beach have put together here. That's Nicholas Pretorius out there, and then we will have Bryce Minder on, who will come in for that fourth. So 29.50 for Nicholas Pretorius. The record that they are chasing is a 1:44 that was set at the Commonwealth Championships last year, the President's team. Let's just keep our eyes on this. They're not quite going to get it. Right, unofficial time, 1:49 from Kings Beach. That was Bryce Minder on bringing in the pack there, and then in second place is Clifton. And it looks like in third place in lane 6 is, in lane 7 is Clifton as well. Well done. Right, we're just waiting for the swimmers to clear the pool before we move on to heat 2 of the boys 14 to 18 4x50 obstacle pool relay. At the second heat, in lane 1, we've got Llandudno. In lane 2, Woodridge. Lane 3, Fishhook. Lane 4, Clifton. 5, Summerstrand. 6, Seagulls. 7, Big Bay. And in lane 8, Hearties. Right, we're just waiting for all the swimmers on the relay teams just to get into their lanes as we move into heat 2 of the boys 14 to 18 200 meter 4x50 obstacle relay. Right, we're under starters orders for the heat 2 of the boys 14 to 18 4x50 obstacle pool relay. That starter wasn't happy with something there. As soon as it just stood down. Right, under starters orders once again. Right, so lane 1, Llandudno. 2, Woodridge. 3, Fishhook. 4, Clifton. 5, Summerstrand. 6, Seagulls. 7, Big Bay. And in lane 8, Hearties. Out in front, we've got Clifton. That's Jack Allett, Luca Basson, Matthew Pincente, and Matthew Brooker. Out in front. Just right, let's have a look and see. So they're first 27 to 8. That was the first time for the swimmer from Clifton. It could have been Jack Allett. This is Luca Basson now from Clifton. Goes down really early, but has got a really good underwater kick there. Let's have a look and see what his split is. 27-0. Handing over to Matthew Pincente. That actually might be Jack Allett. I think that is Jack. No, his stroke. He's got that long stroke of his. Gets those feet really high out of the water. So that might be Jack. I'm not 100% sure. And that was I think it was probably about a 29 flat. Right, so it's Clifton all the way here. This last swimmer, straight arm, windmill arm action for the freestyle, goes down, gets that streamlining, uses those whip, and then comes into the finish there in an unofficial time of 1:50.03. Right, our next event is going to be the women's 4x50 obstacle relay. Just waiting for the men to clear the pool from the previous heat. Right, the pool is being cleared, so we will have the women's open relay teams coming onto pool deck now. Horace is busy looking for a cap there. Right, so in lane 1 we have Summerstrand, lane 2 Fischhoek, lane 3 the team from Germany, lane 4 Clifton, lane 5 Kings Beach, lane 6 Summerstrand, and lane 7 Clifton. Right, so the women's 200 meter 4x50 obstacle relay. Lane 1 Sunnies, lane 2 Fischhoek, 3 Germany, 4 Clifton, 5 Kings Beach, 6 Summerstrand, and 7 Clifton. Right, so out in front at the moment it is Clifton. That is the team of Cara van Heerden, Amika de Jager, Savannah Voigt. I'm not too sure who the fourth one is there. Okay, but that is a 29.36 for Clifton. Right, so we've also got Summerstrand there in lane 6. Right, so it's Clifton. So let's see what this 50 time is. Is a 28.57, followed by Summerstrand. Coming in third here is Fischhoek. Then the German team in lane 3. Then we've got Kings Beach in 5. And Clifton there in 7. Summerstrand in lane 1. Right, but out in front we have the leaders, which is Clifton. Really using those underwaters to their full advantage. Their split is going to be a 32.57. It looks like this is Amika de Jager that will be finishing for them. Amika also a great pool as well as open water swimmer. She's made the South African team for many years, both for swimming and life saving. It's great to have her back. Alright, so Amika's going to finish off that for Clifton. Time of a 31 gives them a time of a 2:01. So great events being swum at the moment. Just waiting for this heat to be completed before we move on to the men 4x50 obstacle relay. I'm expecting some fast times here. We've got some really good teams that have been put together here. In lane 1 we've got Clifton, lane 2 Clifton, lane 3 Kings Beach, 4 Summerstrand, 5 Fischhoek, lane 6 the team from Germany, and in lane 7 Clifton. Right, the final of the men's 4x50 obstacle pool relay. Some speedsters in some of these teams out in front at the moment. We've got Connor Bagley from Kings Beach. Connor, one of our national team athletes, really taking out quickly to stave off any opposition coming from Clifton. That's out in a 26-0 for Connor. Right, we might have Johan Pretorius coming in here. I'm not 100% certain of the order of these boys that are coming in. But that was a 25-3-0. Well, that was a really fast 50 from that second swimmer from Kings Beach. Right, let's have a look who's going to come now. It's still Kings Beach way out in front. I think everyone else is going to be trying to get that silver medal. Looks like Germany is out there in lane 6. But out in the front we have got Kings Beach 27.53 for that third swimmer. Right, we've got Bryce Minderin now. Let's see what Bryce can go from Kings Beach. He's really using those legs. The South African record for this is a 2:41. Set in 2016. They've just missed it here again. It's unofficial time, a 1:45. 1:45. Second place, Clifton in lane 2. Third place, looked like Clifton there in lane 7. Right, for those of you that have just joined us, welcome to the afternoon session of finals of the 2026 DHL South African Lifesaving Pool Championships. We are just clearing the pool for the flags as we start preparing for the girls 14 to 18 line throw pool relay. The officials are just busy making sure that all last minute tape is being put down at the gosh. It's hard not to hear when I'm on mute. Sometimes I'm just talking. I can't hear what's happening. Like if you hadn't told me to keep quiet, I would still be going. That's pretty good. I don't know what's happening. You have to be like that, because otherwise I'll be talking the whole day.
I don't think I have before downstairs. It's so good.
Restaurant,
just to ensure that there are no kinks in the line for the thrower. And you want to try and get that line as straight as possible in your lane. And that is what's happening now. So the patients are now moving over the obstacle to hold onto it. They're not allowed to right, so every thrower needs to ensure that they are holding the line, that there is a little bit of the line showing through their hand. Right, so in lane 1 we have Clifton, lane 2 Clifton, lane 3 Mandible Dolphins, 4 Fishhook, 5 Kings Beach, 6 Summerstrand, 7 Summerstrand, lane 8 Kings Beach. Right, is there anyone successful? Yes, yes, we have Clifton. That's Amber Roseberry. Well done. Excellent job. Second place there is Mandible Dolphins. Third place is Kings Beach. Amber Rose winning that event. She was one of our athletes that went to Orange Cup with us last year. So really, really good result for her. And the 45 seconds is up. So we had 3 teams that were successful in that event. Right, so that is the conclusion of Heat 2 of 4 finals of the girls 14 to 18 line throw for relay. Right, moving on to Heat 3, lane 1 we've got Hearties, lane 4 Llandudno, 3 Pirates, 4 Big Bay, 5 Summerstrand, 6 Woodridge, 7 Hearties, and in lane 8 we've got Big Bay. We're just waiting for starters orders in order to get this event commencing. Lane 1 is the team of Hayley Blewett and Zoe Stain. Lane 2, Llandudno, Philippa Groves and Ava Modicliff. Lane 3, Pirates, Katrina Horner, Madison Alberts. 4, Big Bay, Abigail Kirkland, Erin Langenhoven. 5, Summerstrand, Emma Wenzel and Michaela White. 6, Woodridge, we've got Maria King and Jamie Schweitzer. 7, Hearties, Caitlin Rossiter and Zante Nachel. Lane 8, Big Bay, Sabrina Krieger and Megan Waters. Right, so those of you that have just tuned in on the live streaming, you are watching the girls 14 to 18 line throw pool relay. Athletes have 45 seconds to bring that line in, throw it to their patient and bring their patient back to the pool side. Right, we don't have Llandudno here, so there's no one in lane 2. So to recap, we've got Hearties in lane 1, Pirates in lane 3, Big Bay 4, Summerstrand 5, 6 Woodridge, 7 Hearties, 8 Big Bay. Referee just checking that all the lines are straight and in their respective lanes. Some underwaters for those that are watching the live streaming of the patients holding onto the obstacle in the water at 12.5 meters. See that the lines are generally straight, and that just assists with the lines not getting knotted. Right, so let's have a look here. Who gets that first throw in? Oh, it looks like it's Big Bay there in lane 8. Right, so Harty's Reflections. This is Hayley Blewett and Zoe Stain. Well done. That was an 18 seconds. A fantastic pull there. Yes, and then we got Big Bay. That's Erin Langenhoven and Abigail Kirkland. So well done, Erin. They've still got a couple of seconds before the whistle will go. And there's at 45 seconds. So we had two teams that managed to bring in there. So Harties and Big Bay. No, sorry, Harties and, yes, Big Bay, lane 4. Abigail and Erin Langenhoven. Will now clear the pool. We're just having a recap there. Zoe Stain coming in with her patient Hayley Blewett. Right, heat 4. This is the final heat of the girls, 14 to 18. Lines throw relay. In lane 1, we've got the team from East London. Lane 2, Clifton. 3, Kings Beach. 4, we've got Seagulls. 5, Mandible Dolphins. In lane 6, we've got Tucks. 7, Durban Surf. And in lane 8, Fishhook. So the final heat of the girls 14 to 18 line throw relay. Lane 1, East London. 2, Clifton. 3, Kings Beach. Lane 4, we got Seagulls. 5, Mandible Dolphins. 6, Tucks. 7, Durban Surf. And in lane 8, Fishhook. Patients are just going out, making sure that the line is fully extended for their teammates. They will now hold on to the obstacle. Just spotted a bit of a problem with the line in lane 1. Seems to be a knot in it. So we'll just sort that out before the event starts. Just a reminder that this event is 45 seconds in length. After 45 seconds, if you have not brought your patient in, that is seen as a non-completion or did not finish. Right, we are almost under starters orders. Last minute instructions being given by the throwers. Right. Let's just see who is able to get that first. It looks like that is Mandela Dolphins. Yes, who is that? Clifton in lane 2. That's Ellen Hodgkinson and Casey Brewer. It was a 16-8, I think. All right, and then we've got Tix coming in. That's the team from of Sam Kors and Nicole Norman. Mandeville Dolphins coming in now. It's a team of Layla Nixon and Grace Prince. And there goes the 45 seconds. All right, so we'll see who the winners are eventually out of those 4 heats. We are now going to get ready for the boys, 14 to 18, line throw relay. Ladies, you are being called back, please. East London, come back to your blocks. You haven't been given the clear yet to leave. And just have all the swimmers back in their blocks, please. We are still waiting for the referee to release everybody from the blocks. Right, swimmers have now been released. The conclusion of that event. Right, we now are going to move on to the boys, 14 to 18. Line throw pool relay. In lane 1 we've got Clifton, 2 Clifton, 3 Clifton, 4 Seagulls, 5 Kings Beach, 6 Summerstrand, 7 Kings Beach and 8 Kings Beach. Everybody's just checking that we've got all the swimmers in the correct lanes. Right, we on heat 1 of the boys, 14 to 18 line throw relay. Lane 1, Clifton, 2, Clifton, 3, Clifton, 4, Seagulls, 5, Kings Beach, 6, Summer Strand, 7, Kings Beach, 8, Kings Beach. We're just waiting for all the patients to get their lines in order. Remember, the lines need to stay within each lane allocation. And we will be under starters orders shortly. Right, so Clifton 1, 2, Clifton, 3, Clifton, 4, Seagulls, 5, Kings Beach, 6, Summer Strand, 7, Kings Beach, 8, Kings Beach. Just coming up a little bit short there. Yeah, no, Clifton has got it in. That's a team of Kyoto Toy and Christian van Heerden. Yes, that's Kings Beach, followed very closely there by Seagulls. It was a really good effort there from Kings Beach. From Clifton, apologies. Right, so we have completed heat 1 of the boys 14 to 18 line throw relay. That was won by Clifton, the team of Kyoto Toy and Christian van Heerden. Right, moving on to heat 2. In lane 1, we've got Fishhook. Lane 2, Big Bay. 3, Clifton. 4, Fishhook. 5, Llandudno. 6, Summerstrand. 7, Kings Beach. 8, Clifton. we are just waiting to start this event. The referee is just trying to sort something out on pool deck. It looks like we are going to be starting with the next event, or the next heat, heat 2 of the boys 14 to 18 line throw relay. Lane 1, we've got Fishhook, 2 Big Bay, 3 Clifton, 4 Fishhook, 5 Llandudno, 6 Summerstrand, 7 Kings Beach, and in lane 8 Clifton. But the patients are just busy sorting out their line throws for their throwers, just making sure that the lines are straight and within the space of the lane. Right, so we are on heat 2 of the line throw for the boys 14 to 18. That looks like lane 8, Clifton, Jaden Allett and Luca Basson. They are going to do it in a fantastic time of 15 seconds. That's unofficial. Then second was lane 1, Fishhook. And in lane 3, we had the team from Llandudno. Right, those teams are sitting on 34 seconds. The teams have 45 seconds to complete this event. Right, so only 3 completions. That is the team from Clifton, Jaden Allett and Luca Basson. From Llandudno, Leon Hemp and Riley Smith, as well as Fishhook, Evan Neft and Joseph Breitling. Well done, gents. It seems that we have some issues that need to be sorted out on pool deck with the two referees in consultation. So we will just wait for them to complete that before we clear the pool and move on to heat 3. Right, the pool has been cleared. We can now move on to heat 3 of 4 of the boys 14 to 18 line throw pool relay. Right, so in this heat we have lane 1, we've got Woodridge, lane 2 Seagulls, lane 3 Summerstrand, lane 4 Seagulls, lane 5 Woodridge, lane 6 Big Bay, lane 7 Summerstrand, and in lane 8 Hearties. Right, looks like the pool is being cleared for the next heat. Heat 3 of 4 for the junior boys, that's 14 to 18-year-old line throw relay. Lane 1, Woodridge, 2 Seagulls, 3 Summerstrand, 4 Seagulls, 5 Woodridge, 6 Big Bay, 7 Summerstrand, and in lane 8 are Hearties. Right, so we're just waiting for the patients to get their lines straight. So that their throwers are happy with their positioning within the lane. Right, we do not have a team from Seagulls in lane 2. We also do not have a team in lane 4 from Seagulls. Right, so let's have a look here. Got Summerstrand there, not quite making it. Not quite making it there. Yes, who's that from Big Bay? Oh, sorry, that is Hearties. Hearties Reflections in the time of 1862. That is a team of Ruan Faber and Miguel. Well done, Hearties. In second place now, we've got Big Bay that are coming in about a 29 seconds. We also have the team from Summerstrand. That is Liam Schweitzer and Leo Stone who have finished. Next in lane 5, Clifton. Unfortunately, Summerstrand in lane 7 didn't make the time limit of 45 seconds. Right, we're moving on to the fourth and final heat of the boys. 14 to 18, line throw relay. In lane 1, we've got Fishhook, Samuel Mock and Gerald Cole. Lane 2, Clifton, Jack Allett and Matthew Brooker. Lane 3, Big Bay, Caleb Jansen and Stephen Waters. Lane 4, Kings Beach, Nicholas Pretorius and Bryce Minderan. In lane 5, we have the team from Japan, from the Nishihama Club. You've got Yushoto Tabata and Risai Takada. In lane 6, we've got Landadno, Jake Farron Cotton and Will Neal. Lane 7, the team from Germany, Ben Brinkman and Craig McClamott. And in lane 8, Hearties, Joshua Stain and Edward Ikonescu. We're just waiting for all the lines to get into position before we are under starters orders for the final heat of the boys 14 to 18 line throw relay. Right, so they've got 45 seconds to throw the line and bring their patients in. Let's see, yes, that is the team from Japan. That is Yoshuko Tabata and Rasai Takada, Germany at second place. Third place was Kings Beach. Right. Everyone. We're just waiting for Landadno. Landadno is still struggling to get their patient in. And the 45 seconds is up. That was a great win there from the Japanese team of Yusho Tabata and Rosei Takada. Well done. Right, we are moving on to event 11, the women's line throw relay. In lane 1, we've got Clifton, 2 Summerstrand, 3 Clifton, 4 Fishhook, 5 Summerstrand, 6 Clifton, 7 Summerstrand. And in lane 8, the team from Mandela Dolphins, that is from the boys 14 to 18 line throw. In that team, we've got Callan McIntyre and Aya Brits. At lane 1, Clifton. Lane 2, Summerstrand. 3, Clifton. 4, Fishhook. Yes, there goes Callan and AJ. Their time is a 15, but we also have the team from Clifton in lane 3. That's Amber Rose Berry. The other team from Clifton, that's Amika Deyaga and Jessie Allett. That's well done, girls. Right, we now have the team from Summerstrand. That's Warris Mills, just making it, I think. Well done, ladies. Right, we're moving on to the final heat of the women's line throw relay. Lane 1, we have Summer Strand. Lane 2, Kings Beach. 3, Clifton. 4, Big Bay. 5, Fishhook. 6, Hearties. 7, Mandeville. And in lane 8, Kings Beach. Right, under starters orders. Patients are going in. Summer Strand, Tegan Bremer, Carmel Sadler. Kings Beach, lane 2, Caitlin Forward, Jessie Lee Landerach. Lane 3, Clifton, Ellen Hodgkinson and Savannah Voigt. Lane 4, Big Bay, Erin Langerhoven and Abigail Kirkland. Lane 5, Fishhook, Holly Smith and Nicola Harkis. In lane 6, Hearties, Tanya Peterson and Zoe Stain. Lane 7, Mandeville Dolphins, Kendra Dutoy and Renee Jabir. And in lane 8, Kings Beach, Kendra Bagley and Sydney Pinnock. Right, so we have the final heat of the women's line throw. And it looks like Clifton is there. Clifton, yes. That's Amber Roseberry. This is one of her favorite events. In second place, we got Mandeville Dolphins there, Kendra Dutoy and Renee Jabir. Third place, we've got Hearties Reflections. That's Tanya Peterson and Zoe Stain. Well done, ladies. Coming in now, we've got Summer Strand. Right, we have some exciting and fast times happening here. Yes, coming in, we now got Big Bay. That's Erin Langenhoven. Unfortunately, just missed the cut there.
Okay, next we have the men's line throw. Lane 3, Clifton, Peter Hodkins, Troy McWilliams. Lane 4, Clifton, Zach Waters, Tyne van Achtenberg. And lane 5, Clifton, Marie Peterson and James Thompson. And lane 4, we've got Garth and who? And Zach Waters. We've got a nice swing coming in from Clifton. There we go, nice throw on a 6. And we've got Zach Waters coming in, Garth's putting in strong. With a nice time of 14.58, unofficial. Mark Pansetta, 2022. Well done, gentlemen. Okay, next, heat 2 of 3. Lane 1, Clifton, Matthew Pansetta. With Jake Hutton, lane 2, Clifton, Luca Basson and Matthew Brooker. Lane 3, Summerstrand with Damien Angle, Leon Dapper. Lane 4, Kings Beach, Bryce Minderin and Heather Reed. Lane 5, Clifton, Nao Lombard and Kian Terblanche. Lane 6, Summerstrand, Xavier Flexer and Artwell Nkumbu. And in lane 7, Kings Beach, Connor Bagley and Johan Wilman. Can everyone who's swimming finals for the 100 mannequin toe please start reporting the girls? Nice throw from lane 1. There we go, lane 3. Kings Beach is coming in strong. There we go, Kings Beach with a nice time of 14.66, unofficial. There we go, Matthew, lane 1 with the time 29. Nao with the time of 34. Well done, guys. Okay, heat 3 of 3 from Okay, from Germany, we have Lucas von Eister. I can't. Clemens Wilkov from lane 2, Clifton, Jack Alott and Daniel Miller. Lane 3, Summerstrand, Liam Schweizer and Leon Stone. Lane 4, Big Bay, Caleb Johnson and Stephen Waters. Lane 5, Tix, Aidan Borman and Aidan Mills. Kings Beach, Len Douglas McKay and Nicholas Pretorius. Lane 7, Fishhook, Heather Clark, Matthew Brading, and Fishhook, Grant Neth and Wade Beekes.
Can everybody please marshal for the next event, which is the girls' 100-meter mannequin tow. Oh yeah. Right, so we got heat 3. Right, lane 1, Germany. Lane 2, Clifton. 3, Summerstrand. 4, Big Bay. 5, Tux. 6, Kings Beach. 7, Fishhook. 8, Fishhook. Let's see who's coming in there. It's a team from Big Bay. That's Caleb Jansen and Stephen Waters. Second place, we got lane 2 is Clifton. Lane 3, Tux. That is a team of Aidan Borman and Aidan Mills. Then we've got the team from Summerstrand, Lane Douglas Mackay, from Kings Beach, Lane Douglas and Nicholas Pretorius. Right, if we can have all of the girls to go and report for the 100-meter mannequin tow and tube. All the ladies, if you can go and report, please. The men will be after that. Right, we are now ready for the next event, the girls 14 and over 100 meter mannequin toe and tube. In heat 1, we've got the 14-year-olds. Lane 1, Gemma Blackburn, Clifton. Lane 2, Megan Waters, Big Bay. Lane 3, Gemma Roman from Kings Beach. Lane 4, Isabella Brooker, Clifton. Lane 5, Sabrina Krieger from Big Bay. 6, Alexa Heldinger, Clifton. Lane 7, Tundi Bosman, East London. And in lane 8, Shaylee Powell from Fishhook. The lanes to watch here will be Gemma in lane 3, Isabella lane 4, and Sabrina in lane 5. All of those girls went 1:14s in the heats this morning. So we can expect some fast racing from those girls in the middle lanes. Right, we're just waiting for the starters' orders. Just seems to be a little bit of a problem on pool deck. Just have the referees sort that out before we start. Most of these girls are swimming with Russians on. I don't see any of them swimming with rockets. And of course, all of these girls would have come up from nippers from last year. They're all 14 years old. This is their first nationals as junior swimmers. All the equipment and mannequins and events are a lot different from what they were used to when they were racing last year. Right, we are just still waiting for starters' orders before we start this event. Right, so in the water, lane 1, Gemma Blackburn, Clifton. Lane 2, Megan Waters, Big Bay. Lane 3, Gemma Roman, Kings Beach. 4, Isabella Brooker, Clifton. 5, Sabrina Kricher, Big Bay. 6, Alexa Heldinger, Clifton. 7, Tandy Bosman, East London. And in lane 8, Shaylee Powell from Fishhook. Right, so out in front at the moment, we have got lane 5, that's Sabrina Kricher. Touching in a 27.98. Let's have a look and see what her clip time is going to be. She gets just struggling to get that tube under. Right, so Clifton had a really good clip there. So did lane 2. That is Megan Waters from Big Bay. But out in front, we've got Isabella Brooker from Clifton in lane 4. Being chased down in lane 6 by Alexa Heldinger, also from Clifton. And then in lane 2, we've got Megan Waters from Big Bay. Let's see who's going to get this. I think it's going to be lane 6. Yes, it's going to be lane 6 in a time of 1:13. That is Alexa Heldinger, bringing her time down by 2 seconds from a 1:15 this morning. Well done, Alexa. Got Right, we've got heat 2. Right, the A final of the girls, 15 to 16 girls, 100 meter mannequin tow. In lane 1, Katia Bova-Elson, Fishhook. Lane 2, Casey Brevet, Clifton. 3, Zoe Stain, Hearties. 4, Grace Prince, Mandeville Dolphins. Lane 5, Emma Nietling, Fishhook. Lane 6, Mia Crook, Fishhook. Lane 7, Jessie Lee Ladderock, Kings Beach. And in lane 8, Layla Nixon. All right, so we have Mandeville Dolphins, Grace touching first in a 26.87. Let's see what a clip is, 4.98. It's between Grace Prince and we've got Grace Prince and Zoe Stain from Hearties. We've got Grace Prince out in front. Out in lane 8, we've also got Layla Nixon from Mandeville Dolphins. All right, so it looks like Grace Prince is going to win this. Gracie's time is a 1:06.45. In second place, we have lane 5. Emma Neertling from Fishhook. And then I think lane 6, we had Mia Kroch, also from Fishhook. Well done. Grace bringing her time down from this morning. She went to 107, 106 unofficial time this afternoon, and I think that applies to Zoe as well. She was a 109.19 this morning. That looked like faster times, and Emma Neertling as well could have also done a faster time there. So well done. Right, in the water, heat 3, the girls 17 to 18, A final. Lane 1, Zante Nacho, Hearties. 2, Cara van Heerden, Clifton. 3, Amber Rose, Berry, Clifton. 4, Renee Jabir, Mandible Dolphins. 5, Jessie Allett from Clifton. 6, Kendra Beckley, Kings Beach. 7, Erin Langenhoven, Big Bay. And in lane 8, Ellen Hutchinson from Clifton. Out in front, we have Cara van Heerden out in a 26.73. Her clip was a 4.13. That's really good for her. She takes it out there, followed very closely by lane 2. That is Cara van Heerden. Apologies, that's Kendra Bagley out in front in lane 6. So we've got Kendra Bagley, lane 6 from Kings Beach, followed very closely. It's going to be a bit of a battle here. And in lane 2, that's Cara van Heerden from Clifton, taking it from Kendra Bagley from Kings Beach. Right, in the next heat, this is the woman 19 and over B final. In lane 2 from Summerstrand, we've got Tegan Bremer. Lane 3, Rebecca Harkin from Summies. Don't see, Rebecca's not there. Right, so in lane 4, Louisa Walterman from Germany. Lane 5, Holly Smith from Fishhook, and in lane 6, Caitlin Forward from Kings Beach. At the ladies 19 and over B final, lane 2, Tegan Bremer, Summies. Lane 4, Louisa Walterman, Germany. Lane 5, Holly Smith, Fishhook. And in lane 6, Caitlin Forward from Kings Beach. Out in front is Holly Smith from Fishhook. Let's see what Holly's time is. She's followed very closely by Louisa Walterman from Germany. Right, out in a 30.1. See what her clip time is. Yes, a clip of 7.03. She's got the mannequin straight, so off she goes. All right, so out in front we've got Holly Smith from Fishhook, followed closely by Louisa Walterman from Germany. And then we have Tegan Bremer as well as Caitlin Forward from Kings Beach and Summies respectively. Right, so as we come in here, we've got Louisa Walterman from Germany coming in and taking this heat in a time of 1:16.49, followed by lane 5, Holly Smith from Fishhook. Lane 2, Tegan Bremer from Summies, and in lane 6, we had Caitlin Forward from Kings Beach. Right, we've got the A final of the women's 19 and over 100 meter mannequin tow. In lane 1, Tanya Peterson from Hearties. Lane 2, Amika Diago of Clifton. Lane 3, Sasha Lee Hemmons from Rocks. Lane 4, Anna Fiona Foltz from Germany. Lane 5, Kendra Dutoy, Mandeville Dolphins. In lane 6, Nicola Harkis, Fishhook. Lane 7, Savannah Voigt from Clifton. And in lane 8, Nicola Herbst from Summerstrand. Right, the final heat of the women's, a final of the women's 100 meter mannequin tow. So we've got Kendra out in front there, underwater, in the lead at the moment, followed very closely by the German swimmer, that's Anna Fiona Vogt. Right, they're in a 24.91. Who's going to have the fastest clip? Looks like Anna's going, yes, Kendra, 4.97. It's now going to be between Kendra Dutoy from Mandela Dolphins and Anna Fiona Vogt from Germany. Then we've got Savannah Voigt in lane 7. So at the moment it is between Kendra Dutoy and Anna Fiona Vogt. Kendra from Mandela Dolphins and Anna from Germany. Looks like Anna's just going to take this slightly over Kendra in a time of 102. Kendra at about a 103 there. In third place we've got Savannah Voigt in lane 7 from Clifton. Sorry, from the camera angle I couldn't see that Tanya there in lane 1 also came in, so we'll have to just wait for the final results. There's some fast swimming here. It's great to have the Germans and the Japanese teams with us, really pushing our swimmers to improve their times. We hope you are having a wonderful time in South Africa, and will bring a lot of your teams to World Champs at the end of the year. Right, we are moving on to the boys 14 and over 100 meter mannequin tow and tube. In heat 1, the 14-year-olds, we've got Navan Bapu from Mandela Dolphins. In lane 2, Callan Crompton, Big Bay. Lane 3, Jaden Allett, Clifton. Lane 4, Christian van Heerden, Clifton. Lane 4, Zach Sampson, Clifton. In lane 4, Miguel Ruben van der Merwe, Hearties. In lane 7, Diego Janssen, Big Bay. And in lane 8, we've got Praneet Nangan Darkuma from Big Bay. Right, so the fastest in the heats this morning was lane 4, Christian from Clifton, and Zach Sampson from Clifton, both with 105s. And I'm expecting that it's going to be these two boys out again. So there in lane 5, we have Christian van Heerden from Clifton. Let's just have a look and see what his time is. Okay, 25.28. I didn't get his clip. Right, all the Clifton boys. So lane 3, lane 4. That is Christian van Heerden still going out there in front. followed very closely by Jaden Allett, also from Clifton. It's going to be the two Clifton boys, their teammates, fighting it out there. But it's Christian van Heerden from Clifton, really taking it out there, and with a final time of around about a 1:02. Sorry, I didn't quite get all of his splits, but he looks like he's a very happy chappy with that time. Well done, Christian. Right, we're preparing for the B final of the boys 14 and over 100 meter mannequin tow. In lane 1 from Fishhook, Joseph Breitling. In lane 2, Ruan Faber, Hearties. Lane 3, Leon Dupper, Summers. Lane 4, Callan McIntyre, Mandeville Dolphins. In lane 5, Kyoto Tuhoi, Clifton. In lane 6, Yoshuto Tabata from Japan. In lane 7, Samuel Mock from Fishhook, and in lane 8, Ronan De Beer from Kings Beach. At the fastest time this morning was lane 4, Callan McIntyre in a 1:06. See, a lot of them are going underwater. Let's just have a look who pops up from the underwaters. Yes, there goes. So, out in lane 6, it is Kyoto from Japan. Unfortunately, I didn't get splits there. Callan had a really good clip. And he's now off in the lead there, followed very closely by Leon Dupper from Summerstrand. So out in front at the moment, Callan McIntyre from Mandeville Dolphins. Out in lane 4, followed very closely by Leon Dupper from Summerstrand. Right, so Callan winning that in a 1:04.76, a new personal best for him. In second place, lane 3, Leon Dipper. I think he brought his time down from this morning from a 1:10, so well done, Leon. Right, so that was the B final of the boys 14 and over. We are now going to move on to the A final of the boys 15 to 16, 100 meter mannequin tow. Right, so the A final of the boys 15 to 16 100 meter mannequin tow. In lane 1 we have So Komatsu from Japan. In lane 2 Luca Basson, Clifton. In lane 3 Stephen Waters, Big Bay. Lane 4 Johan Moorman, Kings Beach. Lane 5 Jack Allett, Clifton. In lane 6 Jan Lucas van der Westhuizen, Big Bay. Lane 7, Arya Brits from Mandela Dolphins. And in lane 8, Daniel Monihan from Durban Surf. This morning we had Johan Moorman, the only swimmer in this heat to go under 1 minute, under starters orders. Right, and they are off. Right, most of them are still underwater. Who's popped up? That's lane 6, Jan Lucas van der Westhuizen from Big Bay. But then we also have Jack Allett from Clifton. So it's between Jack and Johan Moorman. Johan Moorman just gets there from Kings Beach in a 22.31. Let's see what his clip is. Clip in a 6.0. So now it's going to be a battle between Johan Moorman and Jack Allett, Kings Beach and Clifton. Kings Beach and Clifton, looks like Kings Beach. That is Johan Moorman out in front at the moment. Jack Allett is not going to give up. He's from Clifton. Both of these are previous national team swimmers. Johan Moorman really using his power now over the last 12.5 meters. And Johan Moorman in a 57.76. What an amazing swim from the young man. A second down from this morning. Fabulous swim from Johan Moorman from Kings Beach. Second there was Jack Allett from Clifton. Had some great swimming there from these young 15 and 16-year-olds. Right, we're going to move on to another B final in the boys 17 to 18-year-olds. So for those of you that are watching the live streaming, we are just watching the winner of the boys 14, the boys 15 to 16, Johan Moorman from Kings Beach. In a great time of 57, unofficial again. Right, so we have two swimmers in the men's 17 to 18B final. From Llandudno, Riley Smith in lane 4, and in lane 3 we've got, Wade Bierkus in lane 5 from Fishhook. It looks like Wade is out in front at the moment. Let's see what time he does on his first 50. Touches in a 26.76. Let's have a look at his clip. Gets the tube around the arms. Just battling a little bit there. Yes, okay, a 9.37 clip. Right, so it's between Riley and Wade Bierkus. The moment it is Wade Bierkus from Fishhook out in front. Just trying to get those fins and those legs going. We've got Riley just out in front slightly. As we come into the last 5 meters, it is going to be Riley Smith from Llandudno in a time of 109.22. That is a massive drop for him from this morning, where he went a 112. Congratulations, Riley. Hopefully that's a PB for you. Well done, young man. Right. Right, we've got the boys 17 to 18 A final. In lane 1, Troy McWilliam, Clifton. 2, Liam Schweitzer's Sammys. 3, Matthew Pincente, Clifton. 4, Matthew Brooker, Clifton. Lane 5, Vaclav Horak, Woodridge. Beside Takada from Japan, Caleb Jansen, Big Bay, and in lane 8, Grant Neft from Fishhook. Right, out in front, we've got lane 4, that is Matthew Brooker, out in a 21.95. Let's see what his clip is. 5.22. He's been really pushed by Matthew Pincente and Vaclav Horak from Woodridge. But out in front, we've got Matthew Brooker from Clifton. Right, Vaclav Horak from Woodridge. coming in there, but really sprinting out. Nice, long, powerful strokes from Matthew Brooker in a time of 56.31. It's a great time from him in lane 5. Second, we've got Vaclav Horak from Woodridge. Right, we've got the final heat of the men's 19 and over, A final. In lane 1, we've got Hayden Hemmons from Rocks. Lane 2, Barrio van Niekerk from Hearties. Lane 3, Len Douglas McKay from Kings Beach. Lane 4, Aidan Mills, Tux. Lane 5, Connor Bagley from Kings Beach. Lane 6, Daniel Miller from Clifton. Lane 7, Aidan Borman, Tux. And in lane 8, Keonta Blanche from Clifton. Right, so we're going to be watching those middle lanes. We've got Len, who went to 58.4 this morning. In lane 3, Aidan Mills. Our fastest heat from this morning, out in a 54.97. And then Connor Bagley, 58. So lanes 3, 4, and 5. Those are going to be the ones to watch. But we also have Barrio van Niekerk, who come in there, world record holder for the Masters. The former World Games South African participant. Right, Hayden lane 1, Barrio 2, Len Douglas 3, Aidan Mills 4, 5 Connor Bagley, 6 Daniel, 7 Aidan Borman, and in 8 Keon. Let's have a look. All of these gentlemen are going to make it underwater. It looks like it's Aidan Mills from Tix. He's going to touch in first ahead of Len Douglas in a time of 20.98. Let's just have a look and see what their clip is. Clip 5.93. So that's Aidan, and then we also have Barrio van Niekerk from Hearties out in lane 2. But Aidan Mills having a great swim there along with his compatriots. That's Aidan Borman there in lane 7. This is a great swim for both Aidans, great swim for Tux. Let's have a look. I think it's going to be Aidan Mills, comfortable win there. In a time of 54.41 in second place, Barrio van Niekerk from Hearties. An awesome time for Barrio as well. So unofficial time on my watch of 54.4. So that might have been splits better than this morning for Aidan Mills, our gold medal winner. Right, well done. And that is the wrap from day one of the 2026 DHL South African Lifesaving Pool Championships. We hope those of you that are streaming have enjoyed the day with us, and well done to all the competitors who we have seen some really fast swims today. All right, so as the live streaming ends, we will see everybody again tomorrow. Just some highlights from this. You can see all of them underwaters, Len Douglas and Aidan Mills. As far as they can underwater. Aidan still underwater there. He had a great, it was a 20.9. Popped up, 1 or 2 strokes, 3 strokes. Clip, his clip was a 5.4. Just battled a little bit there, but then really came home. Aidan's really powerful on the last stretch coming in. Great swim from him. An awesome swim from Barrio van Niekerk, one of our master swimmers from Hearties, coming in second there. Well done. Okay, we are done. Oh, do I have to stay? Are we streaming the prize giving? Oh. Well, then I guess that's not correct. And also much better now that